you are on this very planet that Chukwokika Biama created to his glory. We welcome you to another explosive exposition of the very fraudulent contraption, the very diseased abomination that the British created for the enslavement of the children of light. We have come to destroy. We have come to render asunder. We have come to decimate that very tower of darkness, that very zoological republic, that very cesspit of iniquity and of evil. We have come that the blind may see. We have come that the deaf may hear. We have come that even those who through no fault of theirs, but as a result of having subjected themselves to a very disastrous educational system in the zoo, they have become stupid. Here we have come to enlighten and to educate without any apologies to anybody, without mincing words, without fear before our enemies, determined and resolute, indestructible, and the precipitous collapse of the zoo is inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. The devil may try all it can. Those who go before them to peddle falsehood, those who go to work for them, those who are the workers of darkness and of iniquity, we can assure them that we are resolute, we are determined, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop this very invade as many times as you like, kill as many people as you like, propagate falsehood after falsehood as many times as you like, buy up every media space in the zoo, go and connive with people in the diplomatic circles abroad, eyebrow consultancy firm in the world, select some diplomats in the zoo and bribe them. Select those you send to the key countries around the world. None of these things you're doing is capable of stopping us. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you write. It doesn't matter the type of chatter you have behind our backs. All those things you're doing is a complete and utter waste of time, because Biafra must come. There is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why we preach this gospel. That is why we propagate this very message of redemption. That is why Elohim said that Biafra will come. You will not fire a bullet, but Biafra will come. Because Chukwokika Biama has gone before us. And you will hear what will happen to the zoo in weeks and months to come. This is 1 year, 2020. They will never, ever, ever in their lives forget. It does not matter what the enemy does, is irrelevant. Buy over Twitter, buy over Facebook, bribe the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, bribe the US Ambassador to Nigeria, department in America. But there is one thing I want all of us to understand this very evening. We are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully. And they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere. From everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. Some of you, they will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba Biasika and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwuokike Abiama, the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu, not to be nobody, the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who were chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook. They can buy them off.
They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We have tried to live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.
ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala ihe niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkwa onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si na ka ha gaa n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwe sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke Akọba anyị ka anyị na-aza. Akọba anyị na-aza ike Chukwu. Akọba anyị na-aza amara Chineke. Akọba anyị na-aza Chisom. Akọba anyị na-aza Chisoba. Nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe biko rụtụ onye obi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọgụgụ nwa memilere Goliat Chineke nna nke igwe wee memile Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero gbagụzọ n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị obi ka o wee taa akwụkwọ iguni ụtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụghị nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka igwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
ise. Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening. Welcome, Biafrans. Welcome. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Biafrans. I wish you all a prosperous New Year. I wish you all Happy New Year, Biafrans, lovers of freedom. I wish you all a very Happy New Year. As I welcome you to this program, our first program for the year 2025. 2025. It is a miracle that we are here today. I welcome you all to this program. This is the first program we are having this year, and it's going to be a wonderful one. So I say to you, welcome. Welcome all of you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abịama Premi Henine. As I welcome you, I want you to welcome others. Welcome your friends, please. Welcome your friends, your family, and all of us of freedom that reside within your location. And thank you for being part of this program this evening. And I am so happy that you made it. We all made it. You made it, I made it. We are here to rejoice together because this is our year for freedom. There's nothing that will stop Biafra from completely becoming a sovereign nation this year, 2025. And to start with, our leader, we are expecting his release as soon as possible, and we continue to pray and believe that very, very soon, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be joining us. Consequently, Mazi Simon Ekpa will follow. And all people that were being thrown to jail because they propagate the message of freedom. Like we always say, there's nothing wrong with what we are doing. We are not terrorists. We are not seeking for what does not belong to us. We are not speaking strange language. What we are doing is our inalienable right. It's our right to freedom, right to life, and we must exercise it fearlessly. We are not going to be afraid of anybody. Not today, not tomorrow, not forever. I thank you for being part of this program this evening, and I want to, as you are joining, to share the program, comment on the program, like the program, invite everyone that you know, share it in all the platforms where you are part of. Make this program to go far, because this is a new year, a brand new year. We have to up our pressure, we have to up our awareness, we have to up everything we do, because progress is what made us human beings. We cannot get stuck. So I want you to continue to sharing this program, continue inviting people to this program, continue to like, comment if it is necessary. I thank you for being part of this program. As usual, we are proud of you. We acknowledge you. And we do not take your association here with with us for granted. We thank you for being part of this family. Together we shall do it. Together we shall move forward. Together we shall push forward. Together we shall continue fighting. Together we shall restore and live in our dear nation, Biafra. So I welcome you this evening, Biafrans. I am so happy you are here. This is IPOB Western Cape Media TV. Here we speak nothing but the truth. We are without fear or favor. We are fearless before our enemies. We are not here to represent any individual, but to represent and to defend our fatherland, Biafra. Because for us, it is Biafra today, tomorrow, and forever. If you are offended by our resolve, we have no apologies for that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, worldwide. And his position is incontestable. IPOB is here to restore Biafra, and we are not going to be swayed until Biafra is restored. Welcome you to IPOB Western Cape Media TV, saying it the way it is. As always, we are here to say things the way they are, fearlessly, and truth remains our hallmark. We shall continue to flourish. We shall continue to push forward, both in truth and honesty. That is who we are. That is what we represent. I want you to know we are live on our YouTube channels, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are also live on our X, Twitter, IPOB Western Cape Media TV. We are not yet live on our Facebook. To be sincere, I do not understand what is happening with that Facebook. But I believe that very soon it will be rectified. So join us in one of those. Our Facebook page is not yet functional, but we must continue. We are not waiting for them. So I welcome each and every one of you who are here this evening. I bring greetings to you, fellow Biafrans, from my coordinator, Mazi Innocent Alia. Mazi Innocent Alia is the coordinator representing IPOB Western Cape Zone. Mazi Innocent Alia is a very formidable freedom fighter fighting for the restoration of Biafra, who has given all his all, both his time, his family, his money, everything. He has made sure that this struggle continue to wax strong in this part of the world. And I want you to know that we do not have any other IPOB representative. As you know, the enemies are always at it, working tirelessly to see that they duplicate what we are doing. And I want you to remain resolute, knowing fully well that here in this part of the world, we are strong and unshakable. We have but one IPOB Western Cape representative in the person of Mazi Innocent Alia. There is no other. Any other you see is either a criminal or a scammer. You must get this into your head. Do not involve yourself in something you do not know. Struggle is not something that you fight with emotion. You must be focused, remain focused, and listen to others. I bring greetings to you from the Western Cape Executive. I want you to also understand that men are working completely tirelessly, making sure that the struggle continues. Shout out to IPOB Western Cape Deputy Coordinator in the person of Mazi Larry. And also, shout out to IPOB Cape Town Coordinator. These men are working. Shout out to all of you. You guys are working completely round the clock, making sure that whatever we are doing, it is going smoothly. We appreciate you all. I bring greetings to you, fellow Biafrans, from all the lovers of freedom. I bring greetings to you from the family of this noble family, IPOB Western Cape, and all over the world. Whoever you are, if you still remain in the struggle, you must always know that you are indeed a true freedom fighter. A lot of things has gone wrong. So many people are falling, but you are still here. I am still here. We are still pushing. I want you to know that you are indeed a true freedom fighter. And Chukwu Okike Abiam will never leave you nor forsake you. I am Mazi Onyebuchi. I am your host, and by the special grace of Chukwu Okike, I am Parklands Unit Coordinator. I believe in Biafra. I have sacrificed everything. I'm still sacrificing for Biafra, and I will continue to do that which is needed from me to make sure that Biafra is restored. I am determined and resolute. I am not movable. I am unmovable. I say to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. To some of you, depend where you are watching me from this new first day of the year 2025. I say to you once again, Happy New Year and prosperous 2025. I wish all of us Biafra as we continue to fight. Chukwuka will give us everything that we need. We shall continue to sacrifice everything we could for this struggle. We should continue to sacrifice both our life, our resources, our time, our security, and our safety for this cause. Do not allow anybody to bring you down. Always beat your chest, knowing fully well that you are doing that which is needful. So many people have fallen. In case you don't know, you may not know because you are not programmed or wired to know and understand that so many people have fallen down along the way. But you are here. Mazo Ebuchi is here. That means we are sacrificing a lot. So I want you to continue. Do not allow anybody to distract or deter you. Do not allow anybody to confuse you or to run you down. Always be proud of what you are doing. That is very, very necessary. I thank you for being part of this program. You know, I played our leader's voice. It was all about encouragement, where our leader was encouraging us to continue. Our leader acknowledged that the enemies, they will come. That one is sure banker. The traitors will come. They will come. Most times they will rise from within. You must always be in the spirit to decode them whenever they rear their ugly heads. So always remember our leaders. Always remember our leaders' words of encouragement to be strong and remain resolute. 2024 was a very interesting year in this struggle. And the topic we are treating today says Biafra struggle in a yearly review. 2024 in review. Because every time after exams, surely there must be results to review your progress. So we are reviewing our progress. We are doing what? We are going to be reviewing the progress we made so far. And most importantly, 2024 in particular. If you remember vividly, before the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2021, he had something going on. And immediately he was kidnapped and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. Things started falling apart. A lot of oppositions, a lot of accusations and counter accusations, a lot of infighting, a lot of things that you would ordinarily you would not expect to see in a struggle like this. Coming from the angle of such a formidable, loving family as IPOB, you would expect that the love introduced to us by our leader would have kept us together. But unfortunately, it does not happen. We started to fight each other. We started to bring each other down. We started to accuse each other. We started to do so many things. Some people started to go out of the way. Some people started to condemn the IPOB code of conduct that made us formidable. Filtering down towards 2024, someone came in the person of Mazi Simon Ekpa to rescue the struggle from the hands of DOS and the hope was restored again. We started to live, we started to believe. While IPOB was busy trying to save the organization, Mazi Simon Ekpa went straight and started to create awareness, started to build on the platform, on the foundation already built, laid down by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. While he was doing all these things, the enemies of Biafrans turned their satellite against him. Some of those in IPOB were caught in this cobweb. Some of them were not doing what they did because they knew or they could pinpoint anything that Mazi Simon Ekpa did. Some of them said that the reason they are fighting against Mazi Simon Ekpa is because he is taking, or rather trying to take the position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Some of them also reasoned that the reason they are fighting against Mazi Simon Ekpa is because he said he would destroy, or rather he has destroyed IPOB and the ESN. Therefore, they have sworn that whatever he is doing or whatever he's going to do in the future, they will be against it. Even if it will cost us Biafra. Some of them came out to say that instead of someone able to restore Biafra, let it never come. That they would rather live as Nigerians in Nigeria instead of Biafra, instead of Mazi Simon Ekpa to restore Biafra. So a lot of things, different reasons from different personalities, funny personalities. Some of them, or rather, all of them are IPOB, so-called IPOB, because when we talk about IPOB, immediately Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition. we understood that IPOB, we have IPOB Nigeria. And when we say what do we mean? What do we mean when we say IPOB Nigeria? It is the term IPOB Nigeria came about when we began to see that these people, some of these people in IPOB, are not entirely convinced about Biafran project. Some of them still believe that Nigeria could still be salvaged. Nigeria could still be saved. There's still something left for us in Nigeria. Some of them still believe in, if you can restructure Nigeria, then we are in. Or some of them still believe that if Igbo man could be given a president, then Nigeria is for us. Some of these people does not, or rather, some of these people pretend like an ostrich. They pretend not to understand that the strongest reason we want Biafra is because we need to live in a nation where our lives and our properties will be saved, where our family, our wives and children will be protected. They do not believe that what we are passing through or what we had in Nigeria is completely and totally unsalvageable. You cannot salvage it anymore. You can't get anything out of it. So why they are in IPOB, their leg, one of their leg is in IPOB, the other one is in Nigeria. So for them, if Nigeria is getting better, they are for Nigeria. If Nigeria is going worse, they are for Biafra. And how did we come about it? We began to see these things immediately. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary edition, and the power fell on them directly to steer the struggle forward to continue where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stopped. Instead of them to continue where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stopped, they started doing something differently, opposite what Biafra is all about. First, they came against IPOB code of conduct and structure. They began to destroy or trying to destroy the structure and lay down principles guiding IPOB through the IPOB code of conduct. They were against the chain of command. So, while all these things were going on, we that are neutral, or rather who believe completely wholeheartedly in Biafra, who said that come rain, come shine, it is Biafra or Biafra. There is no negotiation. There is no other solution but Biafra. We began to see that, oh, we are not with these people. So to make a distinction between us, the true IPOB, and the other IPOB, we gave them the name IPOB Nigeria. You can call them a pressure group because they believe in Igbo presidency. They believe in salvaging Nigeria, in restructure of Nigeria. So they are more or less a pressure group instead of a freedom fighting organization as IPOB was structured by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So we have to make a distinction, which is we are the true IPOB who stand on the same mandate. We believe in what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu believes on. And we stand strongly. While we are pushing, we are waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we are also supporting any group of people who are fighting, no matter the names. That was why immediately Samuel came. We are with him. Not that we are part of his government or whatever, but we are in support of everything that he is doing or he was doing up to today. So 2024, fast forward to 2024, because like I said, 2024 in review. Fast forward it to 2024. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in the hands of the Nigeria criminal government, who has decided not to obey or respect their own courts. We all see how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was released in 2023 by the appeal courts and set free. We also witnessed how it was not carried out. Rather, it was halted by the Supreme Court of Nigeria, and a new and Supreme Court gave an order for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, and his bail to be that was revoked by then judge overseeing the case, Binta Nyako. After acknowledging that Binta Nyako was partial, Binta Nyako as a judge was supposed to be impartial, but Supreme Court questioned her impartiality and also ruled that she was indifferent, as always, in anything that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, after ruling, they said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must stand trial, fair, and it's okay. But they give a very vital ruling that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail must be revoked, that was revoked, must be restored. And throughout 2024, it was a battle between the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team and Nigeria prosecution team. At the end of the day, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recused the trial judge, which is Binta Nyako, because he has lost completely, totally confidence in her judgment. And because of her recusals, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case has remained pending indefinitely. Nigerian government has not assigned a new judge, or rather the Attorney General has not assigned a new judge who will sit on this judge, on this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue. I mean, whatever they want to do about it. While all these things were going on, a lot of people has come out in 2024 to call for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's unconditional and immediate release. Some of them believe in political solution. Some politicians from the east, from the west, from the north has come together to append their signatures, asking the government of President Tinubu to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for peace to reign in Southeast. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2024, in one of his court appearances, told Nigerian government to free him if they are genuine about the insecurity going on in the eastern Nigeria. If they are not complicit, if they are not part of the insecurity, if they are not the architect of the insecurity, if they are genuine of trying to solve the problem in Southeast, they must release him, and they should give him 24 hours. and the insecurity will die down if it is not them who are behind it. Nigerian government outrightly, adamantly refused his appeal. Everybody that matters in politics of the zoo, I mean the senators, the House of Rep, the elites, and the rest of them has come out to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And what you should be asking yourself is, why is it difficult? Why is it so difficult for the government of Tinubu to even make a statement in regards to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Throughout 2024, Tinubu did not make a statement. His government did not make a statement about a very crucial national security issue as this of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even when the people that matters in his government has asked him to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that there is no need wasting both the resources trying to bring out something from nothing. Because like I've told Nigerian government before now, I have said here that there is not going to be headway in this trial. It's just a waste of time and resources. You can't get anything out of this because you cannot build on nothing. Nigerian government committed a crime which went against their own treaties and their own law. They went against it by going all the way to a foreign land to kidnap someone and extraordinarily rendition the same person to Nigeria. And you have to tell the world and explain to the law, the constitution of the land, how you get this man here in the first place. No matter how much you delay, no matter how much you try to play smart, this is waiting for you. You must have to explain, how did you get Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria? If it was extradition order, you have to present the documents to back it up. Kenyan government has come out to deny and debunk Nigeria. They said that they never knew about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in Kenya. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never arrested by their own security personnel of Kenya. Meaning that Nigeria committed act of kidnap in another man's country, which is a terrorist act in the first place. If Kenya were to be a respectable country, they would have by now severed every diplomatic relations they have with Nigeria, because Nigeria disrespected their territorial integrity. Nigeria exposed their corrupt nature. Nigeria exposed that they as Kenyans has no security in their country. By so doing, has exposed a very terrible part of Kenya. So that would have attracted Nigeria a very big diplomatic fight with Kenya. But because Kenya is a very corrupt place, it's a very corrupt country. They took money from Nigeria and they sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. But one thing that is going to bring each and every these two countries to a place of abattoir is when it's time for them to present evidence that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, and the extradition process followed duly before taking him back to Nigeria. So when you look at all these things and put them in actual context, if you are wise enough, you would have advised Nigeria, as all these people have done, that there is no need wasting time because there is no case here. You cannot benefit from your own wrongs. By going to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and bringing him back to Nigeria illegally, you have committed a very terrible crime against your own country, against the country where you went to do this, and against the individual you seek to try. So how do you now want to solve all these things? Then try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a case that is not there. The Nigerian government is accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of terrorism. And when you ask the Nigerian government where and when was the terrorist act committed by this individual, they will tell you, oh, he was broadcasting on Radio Biafra in London. And when they notice that, oh, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in London, then Nigeria does not have, no Nigerian court has the jurisdiction to try him. Rather, he must be tried in London where he committed the crime. They now remove the London. All they will tell you now is that, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcasted on radio and something, nonsense things. So they knew very well that there will be no headway in all these things. So because they had a mind to, when they keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already, they have their people, agents in IPOB already. So because they knew that they have their people who has promised them that if they could keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu longer, that they would completely destroy IPOB and send it to oblivion. So Nigerian government believe that the more they keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the more IPOB dies. And that is exactly what it seems like. But because of you, because of I, because of all the true Biafrans all over the world, we are still, IPOB is still here. We are still doing that which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asks us to do. We are still following the trend. We are still fighting in the same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fought. So now, as they were trying to control this, Simon Ekpa came. So Simon Ekpa in 2022 or 2023 formed the government in exile. And while he was doing these things, nobody saw it coming. So many of them who are in IPOB but working for the Nigerian government has assured the Nigerian government that, oh, don't mind him, he's nobody, he's just a nobody making noise. That thing in Finland, he is nobody, don't mind him. While the Nigerian government was watching, Simon Ekpa was becoming a very big masquerade. Then Nigerian government became afraid. As Simon Ekpa was waxing stronger and stronger by day, Nigerian government started to run in helter-skelter. In 2024, there was uproar everywhere, both in the national assemblies of Nigeria, both in the House of Rep and other stuff, Senate House, government houses. all the diplomatic houses. Finland was being dragged into it. Finland was dragging here and there accusations against Finland, accusations against Finland. Everything was coming from left and right. Finland in 2023 arrested Simon Ekpa, released Simon Ekpa because they could not hold anything against him. They could, after investigating, they found out that he did nothing. So in 2024, Finland was put under a very severe pressure by the Nigerian government and the British government. If you don't know that British government is also involved in all these things, and then I don't know what you know. Anything that has to do with international relation about Nigeria, Britain is part and parcel of it. You must know this. Britain is the grandfather of Nigeria. Britain is the one who fronts Nigeria while they are following behind, supporting. So the pressure was too much. Simon Ekpa was not deterred. Simon Ekpa fearlessly continued pushing for the freedom of Biafra. Simon Ekpa, with the help of Biafra Liberation Army, we are decimating Nigerian army and their incursion. You know, a lot of battles were going on there and there. There was, you know, the Nigerian defense staff, plus Christopher Musa, on several occasions came on radio, on national televisions to accuse Simon Ekpa and to bring all manner of accusations against him. Now, in order to get Simon Ekpa exactly where they wanted him, now with the help of the IPOB Nigeria and their allies, they formed a clique. Now they start to push that they start to push the agenda, or that the narrative that every kidnapping, every crime, every pain in our land, everything that had to do with loss of human life in the other land, will be perpetrated by one person, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Everybody carried this narrative for several months, putting Finland on a constant pressure to stop Mazi Simon Ekpa. Immediately, Mazi Simon Ekpa announced the redeclaration of Biafra in December 2nd. They were watching him closely to see if he meant it, or if he could put this kind of if you're able to put this weight, if you're able to make this thing happen. While they were watching, Mazi Simon Ekpa was doing it, putting everything in order. Everything was going. His government was so strong. His government was breaking new ground. As if that was not enough, he contracted a lobbying firm who were also doing a marvelous job trying to bring Biafra to the fore, trying to make Biafra a topic in international politics. Awareness was created. Biafra were seen being discussed by the members of Congress. Nigerian government began to run helter-skelter. They went back to drawing board. How are they going to put Mazi Simon Ekpa down? How are they going to make things, not make it to make Simon Ekpa to stop? They now went and got Bianca Olo as a foreign minister of Nigeria. Immediately I got Bianca Olo. Her first assignment was write a petition, a strong petition, as a as a person first. She is wife to a very powerful son of Ndi Igbo, in the person of Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu, former Biafra head of state. Knowing fully well that, knowing fully well what Ojukwu represents, and Ojukwu could not fold his hands while Ndi Igbo are being pied on a daily basis, not talk about being pied by fellow Igbo person. So they believe that whatever that will come out from Bianca Ono will be looked into immediately. So they contacted her, gave her the appointment, asked her to write the petition. She wrote the petition. That was what broke the camel's back. Immediately that petition was written. Remember that sometime in 2023, IPOB Nigeria went, all of them converged in Finland, protested against the same Simon Eber. They submitted their own petition, which was also in review prior to 2024. And also, a lot of people wrote, individuals wrote petitions. Even the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was once said that immediately Cho Ayaba was arrested in Holland, in Norway. Cho Achaba was arrested in Holland, in Norway. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife celebrated his arrest. And why did you think that she loved the arrest of Cho Ayoba? The only reason she loved the arrest of Cho Ayoba is a man fighting for the freedom of the Ambazonians from the hands of Cameroon. The same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for the freedom of Biafra, the same terrorism tag against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what is on Cho Ayaba. But do you know why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife supported the arrest of Cho Ayoba, who was doing the same thing her husband was doing, fighting for his people? Because Cho Ayaba was in good relationship with Mazi Simon Eber. Because of that, whatever that Cho Ayoba is doing, she's not interested. It's just to show you that the fight, or rather, the malice against Mazi Simon Eber is nothing but pure hatred. Not because Mazi Simon Eber was getting it wrong, no. Not because Mazi Simon Eber is not a freedom fighter, no. It is pure hatred. So because of that hatred is contagious. It's contagious. So because your Atoba came close to Mazi Simon Eber, he rubbed it off. It rubbed off on him. And everybody who hates Mazi Simon Eber automatically hates Cho Ayaba. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife, in one of her articles, wrote that the same fate that befell on Cho Ayaba soon will fall on Simon Eber, because Nigerian government is going to lay their hands on him. This was coming from a person that her husband was being kidnapped, legally by Nigerian government, put under torture and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, where he is facing a terrorism act that does not exist. The same country who has refused to obey the law of the courts that commanded, or rather ruled, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, her husband, is innocent. So I'm not aware if she wrote any petition against someone in Finland, but I'm just talking about the one that is in the open, because one thing we do in this platform is to say something that is not real or something we are not sure. So all these things were put into context by Finnish government. Simon Ekpa was adamant, pushing harder and harder, moving forward, because whenever you are doing something that is right, you are not afraid. Whenever you are doing something and you are convinced in you that what you are doing is not wrong, you are not going to be afraid. So because Simon Ekpa saw that what he is doing or what he was doing is not wrong, but right, he continued. Even when he saw all the dangers knocking around him, he ignored it and continued to push for Biafra to come. He did not step down. He did not run away. He continued to push. He continued to put things in place. So, like I said, 2024 in review, and it was a very interesting year. Everything we are saying happened in 2024. We are only reviewing them. We are only looking at them to bring them to be. So you remember where we are and what 2025 holds for us. So one would have wondered, okay, with all the social media noises by IPOB Nigeria and their followers, one would have thought that the only reason they were not doing something in regards to the struggle is because Simon Ekpa was occupying the space. Now, one would have wondered, okay, now that Simon Ekpa has been taken away, you would have asked, or rather expect, that they should take up the stage and start doing something. Already, they have run out of ideas. The only thing they do is to capitalize on the crisis that Simon Ekpa, the Biafra, USB, United States of Biafra, Republic government in El Salvador, de facto, the problem they are having is what they capitalize on right now. They have shifted their attention from Simon Ekpa to Ngozi Orabeze and to the problem that is happening in what's it called, with the Biafra Republic government in exile. So it is totally understood that these people called IPOB Nigeria already, as their name has explained to you, that they don't have anything to offer in this struggle for the rest of Biafra. So don't take them serious. You know, today I saw Chike Doziem. He came online. I was expecting that something would have been said, but nothing was said. Though I didn't listen to, because I don't listen to him. I only go through the breakdown and see one of things. He said nothing. Only thing he said is what he has always been saying. What he said in 2021 is what he said 2022, 2023, 2024, then 2025. He has never added anything new. He's so much interested in Ohaneze and what is happening with Ohaneze. So much interested in Nigeria, in what the governors are doing. But what IPOB is doing, he's not interested, because there is nothing that IPOB is doing. That is the truth. Nigerian government would have gone to bed if not for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Nigerian government would have gone to bed, knowing fully where they have defeated IPOB completely. I heard Chigedo talk about ESN. Why are you talking about ESN? Where is ESN? And what is the job of ESN? ESN is nothing but a security, which their place is in the bush. That was how they were structured. That was how the purpose of their creation. ESN was not created to bring Biafra to us or to fight Nigerian government or the Nigerian military and police. ESN were structured, or rather created, to be in the bushes, securing our bushes against the incursion of the terrorists, Fulani terrorist herdsmen, who came from the Sahel to buy our women, rape our sisters, and do other things against them. But you would have asked me, why all these people always use ESN to talk as if there is something about ESN that is extraordinary. ESN was not created to give us Biafra. That is why the Biafra Liberation Army, created by Simon Ekpa, is more active, more direct, more visible, and more sophisticated than ESN. Because they were army, Biafra Liberation Army. This one is Eastern Security. Did you hear them? Eastern Security Network. Eastern Security Network. So they are just ordinary security. And we know we know their boundary. Anybody you see on the street as ESN is not it's never ESN. ESN are in the bushes. And that is where Mazi Kanu asked them to be. So what is the plan? What has IPOB achieved in the rest of 2024? For me, I'm talking for myself, they achieved nothing. The IPOB Nigeria. The only thing they were able to achieve is the gang-ups, the petitions, and the name callings against Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is exactly what they achieved in 2024. And I think they are satisfied with their achievements, because, like Musa said, Simon Ekpa is pulling off somewhere. The same joy in his heart that Simon Ekpa is cooling off somewhere, arrested, is same joy in the hearts of IPOB Nigeria that Simon Ekpa is cooling off somewhere. And I heard some of them came out to say, oh, just give them a few months, you will never hear about his government, the government of the Biafra Republic government in SI anymore. Well, I will get to that point. I'm only trying to talk about what led to where we are today. So the petitions and the pressure in Finland was too much for them to do something. And if you blame Finland for doing what they did, cut some cake. It's not easy for them. Being that Nigeria is a sovereign nation, and Simon Ekpa is fighting to break away from Nigeria, as they would put it. And not only that he was fighting to break away from Nigeria, accusations of terrorism act was brought against him. Accusation of incitement was brought up against him, and even money laundering and the rest of them. So one would have expected that Finland would do something about it. And while they build up to Biafra declaration in 2nd of December 2024 was coming, it was done on Nigeria that if Simon Ekpa should be here to make this declaration, they're going to be in one almighty mess. So they upped their pressure on Finland, which made Finland to go after my Simon Ekpa to arrest him and put him where he is today. And I know that it's not going to be easy for anybody. But one thing you must know as a freedom fighter who is in the forefront of every struggle is you either in exile, in jail, or you are killed. So you have to prepare your mind as a leader of freedom fighting movement that one of these may happen to you. So I believe that my Simon Ekpa prepared his mind for this day. He knew that day will come when he will be where he is. But one thing that gives him courage, confidence, is that he has committed no crime. He has committed no crime. Self-defense, as they may say, is not a crime. When someone is coming to attack you or your family with a sophisticated weapon, it is human for you to try to defend your life and the life of your family. All of us knows the antecedents, the records of the Nigerian soldiers in our land, how they come into our land, go after every young man, go to the villages, buy the people, set ablaze the houses, the marketplaces, do all manner of carnage and left. Some of them were caught in a video shooting directly into people's houses. Some of them were captured in a video where they gathered or arrested innocent men and women, innocent men, and massacred them. All this are is in social media. It's in record. So when Simon Ekpa saw all this, he needs to stand up for his people. So there is no crime committed by him. At the end of the day, we know that he's going to be set free and he will continue where he stopped. So when he was captured and arrested by Finland in 2024, the news broke that he was arrested, and the convention, the declaration of the Biafran independence were fast approaching. So there was tension everywhere. And at the end of the day, the convention were held in Finland, Lahti, and Biafra was declared by his chief of staff, Ngozi Orabeze. And immediately that happened, hope were high. That, oh, now Biafra is a nation. We are, they have, we are here, we have succeeded in restoring Biafra for the second time. And this time around, hopes were high. And looking at the quality and the personalities that graced that occasion, and the kinds of words and declaration that were made, you would have believed that in the coming days and weeks, something will begin to happen. Not knowing that something negative were breeding underground. Nobody knew that Mazin Simon Ekpa's government were not as united as we thought. We thought that these men and women that Mazin Simon Ekpa assembled were all educated, wise professionals in their various fields. We were expecting to see a very smooth transition. We did not know that evil, that three cardinal evil in this blood vessel of every Igbo man is running thick in them. You know, as a Nigerian, there is one thing that runs in them, that no matter who they are, no matter where they are, it still remains with them. That is foolishness. Foolishness. And how does their own foolishness work? A Nigeria will be a Nigeria who was born in Nigeria, went to school in Nigeria, went through police harassment, went through torture in the hands of police, went through government negligence, went through all manner of humiliations. And while he was in Nigeria, where nothing works, he wished that he could leave Nigeria and go to a better place where things works. And who would expect from this particular person that, oh, if this person could leave Nigeria, he will be against all these kind of things that I just mentioned, that he experienced as a Nigerian growing up in Nigeria. One would expect that immediately he left the shore of Nigeria, living in a society where things work, where police respect the citizen, where there is no soldier harassment, torture, and humiliation of the citizens because they wear ordinary camouflage. You will believe that, oh, when they go to a place where there is respect to human life, where there is dignity and self-respect, where government listens to the masses, to the citizens, you would expect that he would support that things done that way in Nigeria. But to your amazement, you see the same person who is enjoying all these things, supporting the same thing he suffered in Nigeria. When you say to him, when you rise up to speak against the evil going on in Nigeria, he will tell you from UK, from America, from Canada, that you don't want Nigeria to move forward. You want to break Nigeria. He will tell you that he believes in one Nigeria. He supports one Nigeria. You will be so amazed to see a Nigerian living in America supporting Sharia law in Nigeria, supporting Islamic law in Nigeria. These are the foolishness of one Nigerianist. He lives in a place where he's comfortable. He lives in a place where police respect and dignify the citizens. He lives in a place where the soldiers will respect the citizens. He lives in a place where there is government, where government listens. He lives in a place where people protest without government buying them. But he's against protests in Nigeria. He supports it when the government buy people for protesting for their rights. He supports police brutality in Nigeria. He supports the military when they go after a citizen who is putting on ordinary camouflage as a cloth. But in that country where he resided abroad, he had camouflage he wear because he loved it. Nobody harasses him, nobody embarrasses him, nobody humiliates him, nobody buy him for it. This is the foolishness of one Nigerians. Now, coming to Igbo man, these cardinal points, envy, jealousy, and greed, is embedded in every Igbo man. So that is what happened in Simon Ekpa's Biafra government in exile. Why we were hoping, bracing, waiting to see that diplomatic new ground being broken, still while we are waiting for recognition, countries to recognize Biafra, while we are waiting a formidable front, while we are waiting that things begin to change, alas, envy, jealousy, greediness set in, and everything that Mazi Simon Ekpa put in place started falling apart. Today, we have what's it called? Deputy Prime Minister. One is Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozo Rabeze, the Chief of Staff of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Then we have another Deputy Prime Minister in the person of Ogechukwu Nkere, former Finance Minister. And the government was parted into two. Today, in 2024, instead of them to consolidate on their already progress made, they started fighting against each other. They started calling calling this one Nigeria agent. You know something? You see this Nigeria agent thing, it makes me crazy. There was a time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was called such names by his haters. Some said that some politicians in Nigeria contracted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to set Igbo land ablaze. Till today, some still hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu responsible for the insecurity in southeast, in Igbo land, and some part of south today. Some still believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the cause of the insecurity in Igbo land. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken aside, Simon Ekpa came. The followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu turned around and started singing and calling Mazi Simon Ekpa a Nigeria agent of Nigerian government. They also believe that Mazi Simon Ekpa is Nigeria agent and responsible for the insecurity going on in Alibo and Biafran territory today. Immediately, Simon Ekpa was removed. Now, the people that are in his government started calling each other Nigeria agent. This one will say that Ngozi Oronbeza is a Nigeria agent. Ngozi Oronbeza's people will say, this one, okay, Chukwunkere is Nigeria agent. Now you look at all these things, you ask yourself, what are we going to do to succeed if we continue on this road? Because there is nothing left but destruction ahead. Destruction ahead. You get it? So I have argued with some people that in this issue of Ngozi Oronbeza and Oge Chukwunkere and the rest of them, I'm not against or in support of anybody. I just want them to understand that there is no people, there is no government or no people that does not have problem in their midst. But when you allow the problem to start destroying things for you, then you need to retrace your step. How I ask is that there must be peace. Peace has to reign. They have to come together. They have worked for the past 2 years together. Even during these 2 years, these problems were there, but it never spoiled anything. It was controlled, okay, I mean, very, very maturely and professionally. But today, because my Simon Ekpa is not here, they have allowed people, they have allowed whatever it is, their personal interest to supersede the interest of Biafra. And yesterday, something happened. And that thing got me thinking. And why did I say it got me thinking? Because we would have said that naked already. And in this Biafran struggle, everybody knows their boundary or their positions, and they are expected to maintain their lane. Something happened yesterday. I saw on social media where the Elias, that is the Biafran lobbyist, lobbying for us under the Biafran Republic government in exile in Washington. And what is happening in government? I mean, the United States United States of Biafran government is internal matters. And as Biafrans, is our problem because it's called internal matters. It does not have anything to do with those working for Biafra outside. Just like I said before, when the Biafran soldiers, the Biafran liberation soldiers started getting involved in this issue, I asked, why are they getting involved? It's going to make, instead of this matter to last for 1 year, for 1 day, it's going to make it to last for 1 month because of their involvement. And I still insist that the only thing that will prolong this fracas going on, or the only thing that will destroy this government, is the continuous meddling of the men on ground, both external meddling, both the external force, which is the lobbyist. Because I believe that as a military, what concerns you is your logistics. As long as your logistics keep coming, whatever that is happening outside that is not your problem. There are people in charge of it. If you know the one you are in charge of, you face it and leave things that does not have anything to do. I know, and I have heard them made very vital arguments that, oh, they have been working with these people all this time, and they have been working with them all this time. Why PM was here? They were working with this person. They trust this person. They trust that person. They are in oath with this person. They are what? I don't know. But I also questioned and said, what if, God forbid, we wake up one day and hear that that person you took oath or you trust died? He did not wake up from sleep. Would you insist that he's corpse? Or rather, would you insist to continue dealing with his corpse? The answer is no. He must be replaced. So, I think, for me, the role of the men on the ground was to be for peace to reign. Why they continue receiving their logistics? The only thing they will have a problem with the government is when the logistics stops coming to them. That is when they will have problem. But having problem or trying to prolong this issue, the volatile situation already, is what I am not going to support. No matter what you have, it is my opinion. You must know that I'm not speaking for you. I see some people who come here to insult, but it's not my business. I don't care about what your insult could. You can say whatever you want to say. After all, who am I that you will not insult me? You insulted Mazi Namdekano, you insulted my someone ever. Is it Mazi Oyebuchi will not insult? God, it shows how untrained you are. You understand? And this kind of foolish people will be so fast and quick to label one an illiterate. But in actual sense, they behave like stark illiterates who doesn't have any thinking faculty. But that is by the way. So what am I saying? Now, yesterday, I saw what's it called, Elias, the lobby, meddling into the affairs of Biafran government, which is not supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be. Elias, whatever that he may think, listen, this is how it's all began. It all began like this. If you start now to accept external opinion, like people meddling into our internal affairs, foreign meddling into our internal affairs, it becomes a problem. Then when we become a government, when we finally become a sovereign nation, is going to continue. As a lobbyist, you must understand your boundary and operate within your boundary. You were contracted to lobby for Biafrans in the United States, not to meddle into our internal affairs. Your own job is this: that monthly salary agreed and contract that was signed, everything to be followed accordingly. When your pay starts coming to you, you stop working. You do not meddle, you do not lobby for Ngozi or Abeze. Neither are you meddling for Ogechukwu Nkere. You meddle for Biafra. I mean, you lobby for Biafra. Sorry. You lobby for Biafra. That is what Elias was contracted to do by the government. Not to come to take side. To make already volatile situation worse. Because that is exactly what he made by that statement. He has just added fuel to the fire. Because our people are so emotional. We are emotional beings. We are too emotional. And that is why we have not, since we started fighting in this struggle, we have not gotten it right. Because we are too emotional about everything. And you hardly get things right when you are emotional about it. You get the point? So Elias crossed the red line. He was not supposed to meddle into our internal affairs, as long as it does not affect his job. It does not. In fact, Biafran could wake up tomorrow and said, we don't want your service anymore. And that ends it. Is he going to still meddle into it? Is he going to come and tell us, no, we don't have rights? Or what? No. We have contract with him. And the contract was for him to lobby for us, not to meddle into our internal matters, not to come into Biafran government and take side. You understand it now? So that is what got me thinking. And those who think that, oh, he spoke in their favor. Even if he spoke in Ngozi Orabeza's favor, I'm still, in this regard, I'm still going to talk. I'm still going to say what I'm saying today. It is not his job to tell us what he's telling us today. His job is to come and do what? His job is to come to update us on the progress he's making in lobbying for us. When is the American government going to say something about the Biafran struggle? When is one of the Congress going to make bold statements about the Biafran struggle? This is what is expected of Elias, not coming to tell us, oh, I stand with this person, I do not stand with this person. Even if these two people does not want to pay him, as long as a Biafran is giving him that money that was agreed, he continued doing his job. He has a contract. The contract, the only time he stops is when the contract is terminated. As long as the contract is not terminated, he must continue. As long as he's getting his monthly pay, he's continue, doesn't care where the money is coming from, who is paying. All he needs is every month alert comes into his bank, is from Biafran people, Biafran government, or whatever. He goes on doing his job. So I am saying it today for future purposes, so that we do not get our country tomorrow and someone from another country is coming to tell us how to govern ourselves. Some people are actually trying to. Some people are getting heart attack because of this topic. But truth, like they say, is very bitter and must be told. You know, truth is not always palatable. You know it. It's not. If it is palatable, then it's not truth. Truth is not always good to you. Truth is something that it pains you. That is why some people have tried as much as possible to avoid it, speaking the truth. So if you are saying the truth, some people will always have heartache. That is what some of them are doing in this program this evening. Raining in salt, talking, which is okay. This belongs to us. It's for us. Every opinion is allowed here. Both friends and enemies of Biafra is welcome. It's not a must that you must agree with me. It's not a must. Opinion differs. You may believe in division, but when IPOB started their own problem, we did not believe. Even though we are IPOB, we still did not stand for injustice. You understand it? So, because we did not stand by them to commit injustice or to perpetrate that injustice against Simon Epaden, we can never stand today by anybody. We must always say the truth. So I don't want you all, maybe you are just seeing this platform for the first time. We are here for truth. It is only for those who are ready to hear the truth. So if your heart is aching, the best thing to do is to get out of stop coming to this platform. But as long as you continue to come here, you continue to hear the truth. And the truth is that until we unite and master the act of unity, putting our self-interest behind, and putting our collective interest ahead, we will never get it right. Biafra should be the target. Biafra should be the goal. And if we say, oh, Mazen Ibuchi has done this, Mazen Ibuchi has done that, without evidence, you are talking jargons. If you say I did something, I need evidence. You understand? Let me have evidence. Let the world see it. If you say that, what is her name? Dr. Ngozi Orabeze did anything, and it's against the struggle, evidence needed. So that it will not be your words against his word. Evidence, just like in law court. Evidence. talk from now to tomorrow. At the end of the time, evidence is required. So before you call someone a Nigeria agent, government agent of destruction, let there be evidence that indeed she is a government agent. Don't say it because you hate her. In fact, some people were of the opinion that she's just a male woman. A male woman. How can a male woman lead Biafran struggle? He forgot that in the past, Ojukwu came. Owazirike came. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came. Mazi Monepa came. They didn't get it. So if a woman comes now, is it not right for us to give her that equal opportunity? Let's see what she got. Maybe. But because she's a woman, she's not supposed to be there. Well, let's watch and see. Like I said, I am neither for Ngozi Onabeze or for Ogechukwu Nkere. All I'm asking them to do is to please, you are our last defense. If you people could bury your hatchets and come together, put everything in order, let bygone be bygone. Let us continue to work together, because the goal, the end game is Biafra sovereignty. As Biafra has been restored, redeclared on the 29th of November 2024, we expect that this year, 2025, is going to be a year that recognitions will be trickling in from right, left, and center. But if we turn our sword against ourselves, as it is currently being done, then no sane countries will take us serious. And we must remember that our leaders are in the hands of the enemies. They so much depend on us. Mazi Simon Ekpa depend on you, Biafra, United States Biafran government. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu depend on us, IPOB. These two great men depend on us because they were there because of us. Let us think about them and at least have a change of heart. You may feel pain because the person you so much you wanted to be in the hem of our affair is not there. You may be pained because the person that is there, you don't like him or you don't like her. But the truth remains that you don't need to like somebody to work with him or with her. You don't need to be friends to work together. So let us do away with all this envy, hatred, jealousy. Let us do away with why would it be him? Why not? Let us do away with all these things. It is useless. It is a cake. It has done us more evil than good. It has not favored us in the past. It will not start to favor us today. I just wish that 2025 is going to be a great year for us for this struggle. I also wish that Chukwu Okabiam will in this year 2025 listen to our cry for help. And the most important thing to us is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released immediately. Very, very important to us. He has stayed there enough. He has seen enough pain, has seen enough torture. He has seen it all. It is enough. Our wish is that Chukwu Okadiama will give us Mazi Nnamdi Kanu this January as a gift for this new year. Every morning I wake up. When I open my phone, the first thing I wish I could see is a breaking news. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released. I keep hoping and I keep looking forward for that day where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will march, walk with his two legs, healthy, alive, coming out of prison. He has given up so much for us. He has suffered so much. He remained resolute because of you, because of me. He has never given up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not given up because of you. Because whenever he remembered you and I, he continued fighting. Whenever he remembered the future, the unborn children, the generations to come, he continued to fight. So I want you to also do the needful. Continue to fight. Leave envy, leave jealousy, leave hatred alone. Let us make 2025 a unique year, a year of freedom, a year of total freedom. Remember, Biafra has been declared, now has a government. Remember that all that needed is nothing but recognition. We need to have a territory secured. And all we can only achieve all these things through unity, speaking in one voice. United we shall stand, divided we shall fall. May we never allow this division to continue in this struggle. I ask you to remain hopeful, truthful, and believe that what we are doing is not in vain. Believe in the leaders that Chukwu Okadiama gave to us. May Chukwu Okadiama be with you all. For those who has come here to insult, I welcome you. I thank you for your insult. And for those who agree with me, I thank you for agreeing with me. I wish you all whatever you wish me. And this year, we shall all see the goodness of Chukwu Okadiama Premihenine. I thank you for being part of this program this evening. And I pray that when next we come here, you will not be missing. Continue to share the program. If you have not shared the program, share it now. Share it so that the people will watch it. I thank you for being part of this program this evening. I love you as you love this platform and follow us and support us. I pray that everything that you have desired this year, 2025, Chukwu Abiyama will grant for you. As you entered into this year in good health, so will you see the end of this year in good health. That thing that you could not lay your hands last year, 2024, this year, you will lay your hands on it. Continue being good. Continue doing that which is right. Continue believing in Biafra. Do not be afraid. You are doing the right thing. You are not doing the wrong thing. You are doing the right thing. It's not a crime for you to do what you're doing. Supporting your freedom. It is called self-determination. Be and remain with you all until I come your way again. From me, from here, good night.